In beauty may I walk all day long. May I walk through the seasons. May I walk, may I walk in peace. May I walk in peace. On this path, may I walk through my life. May I walk in old age. May I walk, may I walk in peace. May I walk in peace. May I walk, 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 may I walk in peace. May I walk in peace. In joy, may I walk, may I walk in love. May I walk, in gratitude. May I walk, may I walk, in peace. May I walk, in peace. In stillness, may I walk in forgiveness. May I walk in loving kindness. May I walk, may I walk in peace. May I walk in peace. May I walk, may I walk, may I walk, may I walk, may I walk,
good morning, Celebration Center and all their friends and whoever watches us right now. If it's your first time or your 25th or 125th time, we're happy to have you here. And if you're watching us later, we also welcome you. Thank you for joining us and taking your time to spend this divine time with us. My name is Irina Kurashevich, and I'm a practitioner here at the Celebration Center. And you may ask, oh, why are you here? So I am here because I'm the host of the service because Reverend Chris and Reverend Ryan are getting married. Yay! We're celebrating love today. So if you're joining us online, please say hi in the chat and let us know who you are. And if you're in the room, please silence your phone. But if you want to stay online and make any comments, so please also participate in that chat if you feel comfortable. We would love to get to know you better, so we have a QR code. And if you fill out our guest card and you're online, let us know who you are. And if you would like to be contacted, we will definitely be happy to get to know you better and to tell more about us. And if you are in the room and for the first time, you also can use the cards and fill them in and leave us your information, and we will be in touch. And thank you so much. As Reverend Chris always says, we have a fabulous service planned for you, and this is so true. And I want us all to welcome our guest speaker today. It's our friend, not a guest. It's Reverend Sherry Quander. Let's give her our love. Our music today is very special because it's our own music director, Lynn Holyfield. Rich Kurashevich is our platform practitioner. Thank you, Rich. And Ivor Tillotson is behind all AV, and we are visible, and we are seen, and we are heard. So thank you, Ivor. And I am so grateful for everyone who is here today. I'm glad to see your faces, because without you, why would we be here? And all of you who are watching us right now, we're absolutely grateful for you to be here. So I have some special announcements. Next Sunday, guess what? Reverend Chris and Reverend Ryan are going to the honeymoon. So we will have guest speaker again. And we will have two. So next week, it will be Reverend Melissa and Z. And they will be here offering music and message, as well as a workshop after the service, from 1 to 3 in person and on Zoom. The workshop is Oh My God Practice Workshop. Is experimental introduction to the powerful Oh My God practice, a unique 3-part gratitude practice developed by Melissa and Z. This technique includes an innovative way to utilize gratitude to shift and transcend current life challenges. It also uses gratitude to bring future desire into reality. The Oh My God practice is a part of Melissa's and Z's daily practice. So probably we will introduce that practice to our lives too. So suggested love offering is $25, but no one will be turned away due to the funds. And visit celebrationcenter.org, or scan the QR code to register. So we are happy to announce that our second annual Appreciation Potluck Picnic will be on September 18th at 12:30 p.m. right after the service. We will be doing it not far from here on a green lawn that we used for some functions. We will continue to do that. So if you're joining in person, please bring finger food to share and join us. And if you're going to attend via Zoom, it will be a hybrid event. Please bring your lunch and eat with us, and we will see you, and we will have talks and laughter and probably some singing. Which is today, our social time today is Sing Along with Lynn Holyfield. So please stay, and you can do it here and on Zoom and sing your favorite songs. If you're interested in becoming a member, please let Reverend Chris know at reverendchris@celebrationcenter.org. The requirement for the membership right now is to have a foundation level course. And Reverend Chris will be offering Science of Mind 101 and membership in spiritual community on Wednesday, September 14th from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Zoom. We are all welcome to attend that class. Even if you're the member already, you can come and have fun with that, and it does meet the requirement. The new member Sunday will be on September 18th during the Sunday service. We're still collecting diapers for 2 more months. As you know, we are doing it in collaboration with other spiritual organizations and churches. So please bring the diapers. We are collecting sizes 4, 5, or 6. You're also welcome to donate online under VIA, Vision in Action Fund, and we will purchase supplies on your behalf. If you would like to help our center to deliver the diapers to the place where they're being collected, accumulated, please contact Miriam Katalas, our volunteer coordinator, and she will help you. Save the date for Unite and Celebrate, a New Thought Renaissance, rebirthing, reawakening, reviving, the power of spirit within on Saturday, October 1st, with a drum circle on September 30th. This event is a special collaboration between us and the Unity of Fairfax, which is Reverend Sherry is a part of. Please plan to attend and stay tuned for more information on times and opportunities to volunteer. And from myself, I have to let you know that our prayers, spiritual chain reaction for peace in Ukraine and over the whole world, that's what we're doing daily, Monday, Friday. Please join us at 3 o'clock our Eastern time. And I will tonight send a new Zoom link because we got our new home, new Zoom home. And you won't believe what the Zoom can do. It can translate. It can have multiple groups. It has multiple mentions. We're very, very excited. So this group found their spiritual home, which is online for now, but everyone is welcome. The link will be provided later today on the announcements list. And with this, I'm so happy that our life is so full, and I pass my word to Lynn.
All right, good morning, everyone. I hope that you'll sing along with this song. This has been our opening song for the month, and it's this beautiful song, Blue Boat Home by Peter Mayer. Though below me I feel no motion, standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean, still my dry land heart can say, I've been sailing all my life now, never harbor nor port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. Sun, my sail, and moon, my rudder, as I ply the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my true companions, all we kindred loving souls, making our way to the lights of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat home. I give thanks to the waves upholding me, held the great winds urging me on. Greet the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailor's song. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbor wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home.
Thank you, Lynn. That was lovely. As we enter in the sacred time in our service, I invite you to remember our vision as we say it aloud together. We are celebrating spirit within and knowing the oneness of humanity. I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. Feel how you are supported by your chair and the ground beneath your feet. I invite you to focus on your heart center, becoming aware of your love light expanding in your chest and radiating out into the world as we breathe together. Each breath has 3 parts: an inhale, a pause, and an exhale. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. Breathe in, hold, breathe out. Continue to breathe deeply. Take a minute or two to continue experiencing your light radiating out from your chest. Connect to the love light of our beloved community, those present in the room, online, and watching in the future. I invite you to stay in a sacred space as I read today's reading by Ernest Holmes from Science of Mind magazine, republished in October 27th, 2009. How beautiful was the thought of Jesus when he told us, "Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They toil not, neither do they spin. And yet I say unto you that even Solomon in all of his glory was not arrayed like one of these." Jesus was telling us to identify ourselves with the abundance of nature, the constant outpouring of the divine life in goodness, in riches, in everything that makes for happiness and wholeness and success. God cannot fail. The divine will never fail us if we have implicit confidence in it. But we are so caught up with fear and doubt and uncertainty that it becomes necessary for us to take time every day to reaffirm our union with the great outflowing givingness of life. This is the purpose of prayer and meditation. It is natural that we should wish for the more abundant life. It is right we should accept it. God has already made the gift. It is up to us to receive it. And so we pray. God is the one power, one presence, one mind, one life. God is all there is. God is omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent. There is not God and something else. And I am that I am. I and God are one. I am an individualized expression of God and in unity with the one power, one presence, one mind, and one life. I am perfect, whole, and complete. And just as I am perfect, whole, and complete, each and everyone is perfect, whole, complete, eternal, and immortal. I declare that my word spoken in faith into the law of good is the word of God. I know that what we declare is made manifest. I declare that love is the lodestone in our lives, and it guides, leads, and directs our actions for our highest good and greatest yet to be for all. I know that when we ask, we receive. For it is done unto us as we believe, as the truth sets us free. I know that when we go in and raise our consciousness as we listen to the still small voice, we are divinely guided, directed, led, and protected in all we do. We experience the peace that passeth all understanding. It is in this knowing that good and God are manifested. I am so very grateful for the one life and our unity with it. I am grateful for divine guidance and that my word manifests and manifests perfectly. I am so very grateful for the truth and the law of good, as this is what sets us free. I am grateful for all the blessings that surround us and are available always, for the gift already has been made and only awaits our acceptance. And I release this word unto the law where it's already known in the mind of God and is assured of completion. It will not return unto me void. I do give thanks that this is so, and so it is.
I'm going to share a beautiful song by Jan Garrett called I Dreamed of Rain. I dreamed of rain and the rains came, soft and easy, sweet and clear. I dreamed of rain and the rains came, and peace came over the land. I dreamed of summer and the winds changed, and the green was easy and the rivers ran clear. I dreamed of summer and the winds changed, and peace came over the land. And the flowers bloom in the desert, and the air is fresh and clear. I dreamed of rain and the rains came, and peace came over the land. I dreamed of freedom and the moon rose, and the way was easy and the path was clear. I dreamed of freedom and the moon rose, and peace spread over the land. And the guardian stars are shining, and the night is bright and clear. I dreamed of freedom and the moon rose and peace spread over the land. I dreamed of heaven and the earth sang, and the sound was easy and the song was clear. I dreamed of heaven and the earth sang, and peace spread over the land. And the ancient pain is forgotten, and the old debts have been cleared. I dreamed of heaven and the earth sang, and peace spread over the land. And peace spread over the land. And peace spread over the land. I dreamed of rain and the rains came.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you so much. Thank you. It was another prayer with music, wasn't that? And now my privilege and my joy to introduce our speaker today, who is Reverend Sherry Kwander. As I told you, Sherry is our friend. And Reverend Sherry was with us for so many years already. It looks like, it was yesterday that she moved back to the area. She was born in Alexandria in Virginia, and she belongs to one of the oldest families, black families in the United States. And Google, there are lots of people, and that's the family of service. Lots of relatives of Reverend Sherry are in service to this country and to the world. And she's one of them. She chose to be in service to this philosophy, to spirit, to love, and to wisdom. And right now she works very closely with Unity of Fairfax, that we're going to have collaboration. And apparently, we know lots of people from there. They know us. It's one mind, one love, one wisdom, one God. And I'm so happy that today Reverend Sherry found time to come and join us and share her love and her wisdom. I am that which thou art. That's her topic, and please help me to welcome Reverend Sherry Kwander.
Well, good morning, Celebration Center. Good morning. It is my pleasure to be here this morning with all of you. Now, I have my little technical stuff here, my microphone and it's really funny. When us ministers get up and get ready in the morning and have planned in their minds what they're going to wear to church, I thought this morning, I'll just put on a nice dress and walk in here to church. Then all of a sudden, our sound person says to me, Ivor says to me, well, you want to put a wireless mic on? And I thought, oh yeah, that'd be nice. And then I thought, where am I going to put the thing? It's got a thing that goes with it, and it's like, where am I going to put the thing? Anyway, the thing is here, and it and I will figure out a way to get along together. I'd like to take a minute to offer my blessings and my deepest congratulations and good wishes to Reverend Chris and Reverend Ryan. I am just knowing the peace and blessings of God blesses their union and guides both of them on their way to their highest and best good as individuals and as a couple. So you guys are blessed to have them here with you. So I know all is well with Reverend Ryan and Reverend Chris, and I do also hope that they are in for a safe and wonderfully fun honeymoon time. Okay, so this morning we're keeping with a global theme that we're working on here with Centers for Spiritual Living. And the monthly theme here is Living Every Day in Wonder, and about nature. And then today's topic is Naturally Divine. Ernest Holmes wrote There is that within every individual which partakes of nature, the universal wholeness, and insofar as it operates, is God. That is the meaning of the word Emmanuel, the meaning of the word Christ. There is that within us which partakes of the nature of the divine, and since it partakes of the nature of the divine being, we are divine beings. The phrase human nature refers to the fundamental disposition and psychological characteristics shared by humankind. That's including the way we think, the way we feel, the way we act in terms of how we use this sense of essence of the humankind, what it means to be human. We believe and teach that there is that within us which partakes of the nature of the divine being. Thus, we're also divine. There is that inherent quality in all of us, and we don't always acknowledge that. We don't always offer ourselves time to recognize our wholeness, our oneness, our divineness. And therefore, lots of times, the things we desire to demonstrate in our lives don't manifest. So, what does it mean to be divine? You know, when I sit back and you think about divine beings, I mean wholeness, perfection, everything in the absolute right and perfect order. Well, believe it or not, that is what we are. That is how life manifests for us when we recognize it, allow it, and participate in creating a life that we would love to live. It means the life of God is always active within us. It means that we have the ability to co-create that life we would love to live. When my first practitioner, and this has been many moons ago, when my first practitioner taught me how to do spiritual mind treatment, he stressed the importance of truly believing and feeling, not just speaking, but feeling the words of the first 2 steps of treatment. He taught me to say, I know there is only one power, and that power is God. I am that which God is, and God is that which I am. I in thee, and thou in me. We are one. I was not raised to believe that the Spirit of God was within me. I was not raised to believe that the Spirit of God outpictures itself as me. So it was a concerted effort on my part, and it still is. It's an ongoing process for me to believe the concept and envelop the concept that I am divine, that I am all of God's perfection in one little cute package. Each of you is in God's divine in one little cute package. I had another minister friend of mine say to me, he says, you know, if all you ever do in treatment is allow yourself to fully connect to the feeling of being one with God, all you desire to demonstrates in divine order. So this is where we get this concept of letting go and letting God. And we also get to understand that we get to make the choices as to how and how we want to experience life and what we want to experience. The phrase human nature refers to the fundamental disposition and psychological characteristics of humankind. And Ernest Holmes wrote, life waits upon man's discovery of natural laws, his discovery of himself, and his discovery of his relationship to the great whole. This is what we get to do by means of our daily spiritual practice. We get to have that spiritual walk with God. We get to be in that place of walking in smooth sand with God. We get to be in that place of breathing clean air with God. We get to know that no matter the appearance of anything that is going on in our lives, that God's got this. Our personalities are all different. And therefore, we bring variety to life. We bring variety to our life. We bring variety to the lives of others. All that we do affects the people around us. As divine beings, we are filled with the love and compassion of Spirit. We are always at choice about how we express our personalities, our love, and our compassion. Now, you guys all know that I spent most of my life in show business. So to this day, I really enjoy watching television because I get not only that shot of entertainment stuff, but I also get to be in observation because the scripts in television and the shows in television are depicting life, and life depicts them. And so it's always interesting to me how characters are created. And it's interesting to me how they write these characters and put them in situations, and we get to observe how they communicate, how they bring their personalities to situations. And so I watched the show Chicago Fire, and I was a late bloomer with that show. That show had pretty much gone 8 seasons or so before I even watched the first episode. And when I watched it, then I thought, I got to binge this. So I went back and binged from day one. And when you do that, you get to see a process going on. So I got to see how people deal with emergency situations and the consciousness and personalities that go into dealing with emergency situations. And when they demonstrated a paramedic who has this consciousness of, woe is me. And this is the person that's going in to take care of people who are in crisis and is sitting there talking about how bad the crisis is and whether or not he thinks they're going to survive. So you sit and you look and say, what kind of personality and what are we bringing into this situation? How are we supporting the process of healing in life? So we all get to understand that our personalities participate in the process of healing and life. I know when I was living in Alabama, I had a feeling from day one that my personality might be a little bit too big for that town. And that's kind of a weird realization when you go into a situation, you know you're going in there to give your highest and best, and all of that worked really well in my center. But when I stepped out into the community and I was participating in other community events and other community projects, I kind of felt like I was the interesting piece of information in the room. And I spoke my mind, I shared my thoughts, I laughed out loud, and there was kind of an unwritten understanding that some of that stuff wasn't cool. Now, it wasn't harmful, but it just wasn't cool. So there was always that little part of me do I fit in here? And then I thought, well, you know what? Divine order is taking place in my life. There's a reason for me to be here. There's a reason for my growth. There's a reason for the influence that's going on, that I'm providing to the people around me. So I had to go with that because there was no way I was ever going to figure out how all that worked. So I just said, let go and let God. So being in the process of being divine, we don't get to go in and shut ourselves down because we don't quite think we belong. We don't get to dim our light because we don't quite think we belong. We get to bring the best and the highest of ourselves to any and every situation. The divine in all of us is being given the opportunity to express itself. We all have been living so many challenges in the last year. Everything from COVID to war to climate change to issues of social justice, right, left, and sideways. These are the times when we find ourselves angry and frustrated. We find ourselves feeling like we have no control. And then there are days we just want to get up and go slap somebody. We come on, let's face it, we are human. And so we move through these feelings, we move through these awarenesses. And these situations present the best opportunities for us to take these challenges, present the best opportunities for us to start taking sides, to start being in anger and judgment. These are the days when we get to call on that thing called compassion. We get to stay in that place of compassion. Mahatma Gandhi wrote, "You must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is an ocean. If a few drops of the ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty." It is here that we look to our personalities to demonstrate the best of who we are. It is here that we begin to open up and recognize all that nature has to offer, all that God has to offer. It's interesting how we see the divine within us come to the rescue in a natural disaster. Nobody stops to think about what color this person is, or how this person voted, or what. Nobody cares about that. All we care about is providing help. All we care about when somebody's house is flooded is to help them out and help them repair. We come together in that compassionate oneness. Gee, what would life be like if we came together in that compassionate oneness and we didn't have to have a natural disaster? We could come together in a consciousness of respect and love and not have to have motivation that's challenging. We can come together in compassion for our earth. We can come together to maintain animal habitats. And we can work for clean water. And we are working to deal with the effects of climate change. All of this is participating in the divine. Now, I'm an animal lover, and so whenever I have opportunities to bear witness, whether it be on my phone or whether it be in my yard, I just love to watch animals be their cute selves. And I was on my phone rolling through something the other day, and this video came up. And oh my God, it was the cutest video I had seen in a long time. And it was a deer, a young deer, had befriended a raccoon. And the raccoon has decided the deer was going to be its new friend. And so it literally would crawl up on top of the deer, and it would pet the deer, and it would nuzzle the deer, and the deer would get up and walk around with the raccoon on its back. And they would sit down and nap together. And I was thoroughly in awe. I thought, okay, the cute factor has just gone off the meter. I looked out of my front window the other day, across the cul-de-sac in my neighbor's yard. There was a coyote puppy. It was having the best time playing in the bushes. It was running around the trees. It was rolling in the grass. It was just wagging its tail. It was just frolicking out front. And I yelled for my brother. I said, come, you got to see. And this was just, to me, God in his magnificence. And my brother says, oh, yeah, you know what? I saw the deer family up the street. I said, what deer family? He goes, oh, I saw the as we call it in my household, the Bambi family. And I said, well, what are they doing? He goes, oh, you know the lady on the corner up the street? There's this woman that grows something up there that the deers like to eat. And when my brother goes out to work in the morning, he leaves at like 4:30 in the morning, the deers are up before dawn. And he says, I drive by the house and they're just chowing down on breakfast on this lady's yard. So whatever she got out there, they're loving it. This is stopping to be and recognizing our divinity, our wholeness, our connection with nature. It's time for us to recognize the divine within. It's time for each of us to ask ourselves how we contribute the best of who we are to support the idea of making the world a place that works for everyone. In our spiritual practice, each day we have the opportunity to ask ourselves, what is mine to do? Because if not now, when? What is mine to do? Now, we all wish we could twitch our nose and solve the world's problems and everybody go along their way in a peaceful manner. But there is spiritual growth taking place in every single human being. And we're not all at the same place in our growth process. So therein lies our awareness of the divinity of all of us, to have the compassion for those people that may not be growing as fast as we are. But what we provide is the example that we can grow. We can expand. If no one was out there doing it, no one would think it would be possible. So somebody gets to step forth by being who you are to demonstrate that it can be done, that we can create a world that works for everyone. Each of us have the opportunity to find something that makes us happy. Find something that piques our interest and focus our attention there. And as we continue to focus our attention on that which brings us joy, that becomes our perception. That becomes what we see, what we do, what we participate in. We continue to generate that concept of joy. We begin to generate that sense of good. Because everything is a demonstration of God. And there are times when we just get so wrapped up in our jobs, we get wrapped up in our lives, we get wrapped up in other people's business, that we forget about where we can contribute to creating this world that works for everyone, where we can contribute and become the highest and best that we can be. So there's a first time for everything. And with God, all things are possible. So who knows? When we're out enjoying ourselves, when we're out doing what makes us happy, we might become the first person to do something magnificent. We might become the first person to demonstrate that something that we thought might be impossible can be done. Marianne Williamson wrote, and we all know this piece, but it bears hearing it again. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightening about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It is not just in some of us. It is in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. So I don't know, maybe my personality wasn't too big. Maybe it's that light that offers the opportunity for others to laugh out loud, to offer their thoughts, their opinions, to contribute to the well-being of their communities, to recognize where we can be of help in caring for God's nature. We have the opportunity to take care of all of God's good. And first, we have to realize that we are a divine expression of all of God's good. So I invite you to share your personality, share who you are, open your heart, learn things, open our hearts, give of our highest and best. Be the divine that we are, because with God, all things are possible. And so it is. You will join me here in prayer. I know now as I still myself, I recognize that I am divine. For God is all there is, and that God life is divine, and I am that which thou art. Thou art that which I am. God and I are one. So I know as I breathe in life that I am a magnificent, individualized expression of all that God is, right here and right now. I choose to see the magnificence in others. I may disagree with how they go about making their choices. And I recognize that they are God. They are God's expression, each and every one of us. So I know that as I move forward in my life, creating my highest and best good, I create the opportunity for others to recognize and to be inspired and motivated to seek their highest and best good. So I know right now as we go about our lives seeking our highest and best good, that we recognize that we are blessed. We recognize that God is in the middle of all things. Yes, we know there is war in this world. And we know that God is in the middle of it. Yes, we know that our climate is changing, and we know that God is in the middle of it. Yes, we know that we deal with the appearances of illness and viruses, and we know that God is in the middle of it. God is guiding, directing, inspiring, prospering, and blessing each of us as we walk our life path. So I know that all of those who appear to be challenged by Mother Nature with floods, with fires, that God is in the middle of it. We are stepping up as human beings to support one another in healing, to support one another in rebuilding, to support one another in our spiritual rebirth. Every day is an opportunity for more spiritual growth, for more understanding of our own magnificence, for more recognition of our blessings, and for more gratitude for all that we are and for all that we have. So I joyfully and gratefully release these words now into the divine law, into that divine mind of God who knows all and does all. Knowing these words are already done and complete in that mind of God by means of each one of us. And together we say, and so it is.
All right. That was beautiful. Reverend Sherry, thank you. I'm going to share a song by a singer-songwriter friend of mine, Eli Lev. It's called Chasing Daylight. Well, there's something about the weather when we're out on our own. Something about the path that leads us home. We don't need a reason, just a change of season. Following the feeling in our souls. Now that you're with me, we're chasing daylight and we're soulfully alive. Well, I can't believe the world's still turning, 'cause we're hopelessly aligned. You, me, and the sunrise. Well, we're miles away from the end of day, and the wind walks by our side. We'll fly through the rivers, we'll swim through the sky. Nothing can bring us down when it's you and I. Now that you're with me, we're chasing daylight and we're soulfully alive. And I can't believe the world's still turning and we're hopelessly aligned. You, me, and the sunrise. And oh, this golden road leads us on forever home. Now that you're with me, we're chasing daylight and we're soulfully alive. and I can't believe the world's still turning and we're hopelessly aligned. You, me, and the sunrise. You, me, and the sunrise. You, me, and the sunrise.
Yes, that's exactly.
I have to point out that painting perfectly illustrates the song.
Yeah, Terry just said that the painting by Nancy Newman, this is the Art of the Month provided by Nancy Newman, and it's perfectly illustrated the song that Lynn was singing. Terry Murphy said that for our online audience. Well, I would love to thank Lynn. Thank you, Lynn, for your beautiful art, and thank you for being divine. That's exactly what Reverend Sherry was talking about, and thank you, Reverend Sherry, again for being here with your absolutely loving message that I personally needed to hear today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And at this time in our service, we come to spiritual practice of sharing, and we created lots of opportunities if you would love to share with us. Celebration Center is a tithing community. We base our budget on tithes, and we are also tithing. So please know that your presence, as well as your financial participation and your volunteering here, is a gift, and we do appreciate it so much. And as I said, we have several ways to share. You can donate through celebrationcenter.org. There is a button for donation. There is a QR code. You can donate. It will take you to a Breeze system that we use. You can put your check here in a basket, or you can mail your donation to the center, and you can find the address at the celebrationcenter.org as well. And with that, we have an offertory affirmation.
Join me now in saying our offertory affirmation together aloud. This gift I give is God in action. I give it in joy. I give it in love. I give in faith. I give it knowing that I'm blessed, and so I gratefully give. Take a nice deep breath, let it out, and connect with the Spirit within. As we now bless all the gifts that are donated now or coming to the center, as we know they are given from Spirit and from love within, as we practice the law of circulation. Money is energy. We express gratitude for this flow of energy, of good, that is motivated by love and Spirit within. These gifts come into the center and go back out to the community and then come back to us multiplied, as good is multiplied. I do give thanks that this is so, and so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here with us. And let's say our affirmation. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. I am led by Spirit. I am guided by wisdom. I am protected by love. I am here to be a blessing. And I'm so grateful. And so it is. And I welcome Lynn back.
Okay, we're going to do our closing song. If you're able and you want to stand and act it out a little bit, this is, I think everyone knows this one, I Send My Love by Karen Drucker. I'll do an up-tempo. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my joy over the mountains. I send my joy over the sea. I send my joy into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send my peace over the mountains. I send peace over the sea. I send peace into the heavens, and it returns to me. I send power over the mountains. I send my power over the sea. I send my power into the heavens, and it returns to me. Back to love. I send my love over the mountains. I send my love over the sea. I send my love into the heavens, and it returns to me. And it returns to me. And it returns to me.
And I would love to close our service today, our time that we spent together, our gathering, our celebration, knowing that this week ahead is blessed. I know peace, I know joy, I know love, power, wisdom, and I know that each and every one brings their divinity into the world by doing, thinking, speaking, and acting in God. And I'm so grateful to know it, and I just simply let it be, knowing that this is the truth. And so it is.
And so it is.
Thank you, and we'll see you next time.